Hello everybody, my name is Jerzy, and today I would like to talk to you about the progressive web AMP. Who already knows what the AMP is? Can you raise your hand? Alright, not many of you, so I will try to introduce you to AMP first. First, who am I? I'm a front-end web developer since 2006. Freelancer since 2012. Right now I'm working for Nexacode, and greetings to you guys, thanks. Well, as speaking of AMP, I'm an author of the AMP browser, which is the Chromium derivative and also an extension for desktop Chrome, which enables the AMP on the desktop, and also I amplified some CSS frameworks, Spectre, Surface, and MUI. You can find me on GitHub, Stack Overflow as new tech. Okay, let's talk about the problem of today's web. Well, especially the mobile web. As many of you may already experience it, the mobile web is slow and it's bloated and it's getting worse and worse. Many times the websites are much bigger than they should be. Well, according to Google data, each year they have a report, and in 2017 they counted that 22 seconds and 115 requests it takes to load an average mobile website. So it's a huge number. But it's not the worst thing here. Well, 70% of mobile web pages load more than 10 seconds and take more than 1 megabyte of assets, which may not seem really bad, but when you compare it with the usage stats, which say that 70% of my mobile web users have to wait 10 seconds, basically more than 10 seconds for the web page to load, and 53% leave after 3 seconds of loading time. Some company, Aberdeen, counted then that 1 second of more loading time equals 7% less conversions. Not to mention that many multiple mobile users have limited access to the internet and they have low bandwidth. So it's not only about the numbers of conversions, but also for the experience of regular users who have to count every gigabyte of their data plan. Well, it's also another problem is the way the web pages load. Well, many times the content is shifted down because some ads are being loaded on the top of the web page, or some web page can be unresponsive because there's a megabyte of JavaScript which has to be loaded up front. Well, this whole thing can be tackled, and can be tackled very successfully. We have plenty of websites which are really good. They load very fast, and where they are really pushing the boundaries, but the problem is they require a lot of effort, and they require a talented web development team, which not every company has. So what's the solution? What's the solution which is maybe not the fastest there, but enables for much faster web with very low effort. Well, this is called accelerated mobile pages, in short AMP. This is the open source project introduced in 2015 by Google, but it's made in the open. Everybody can join and contribute to it. Well, what are the goals of AMP? First, they claim to have a near instant loading time. So basically it means less than 1 second from the Google search, which is very very good target. Well, actually, when we experience AMP pages in the wild, because they are already deployed to the mobile web, we can see that it's true. Well, the AMP pages, these are the pages which have this bold icon near them in the Google search results. These are really blazing fast. They have impressive user experience and smooth scrolling because they don't have a dynamic layout system. I mean, every element has their own dimensions, and that means that we don't have such shifting of the content, which I told before. What is more, the goal of AMP is to be compatible with all modern browsers. So it's not like this is the special new language which requires a new plugin or some Flash thing. No, it's just regular HTML5, and every new modern web browser should show the page. Well, the incentive for producers, for companies to employ the AMP pages are visibility in the Google search carousel. This is this special box in the Google search where the AMP results, especially news results, are being showed, and it gains more traffic into the pages. So it's an apple it's a fruit for the work of providers. The data also says that the AMP pages convert more, and they have more new visitors. They have better conversions. Generally, people don't have to wait, and they have the better experience, which means they can buy more, for example, when you sell something on your page. But for me, the most important factor of AMP pages, of deploying AMP pages, is the data saving and cost reductions, because many times we have to struggle just to wait 10 seconds just to see the first meaningful paint of the page. And in AMP, we can see the real difference.